What is up, guys? Skylar here. Today we're doing Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg, two big company owners, and let's just get into it. Drop a comment if you're, depending on what you guys want to see next. 10-second intros around here. We get into it. He's in court.
Call me Musk. I'm here to help.
Got a flamethrower, yeah.
Turd for humanity's health. I'm making brilliant innovations in a race against the dark ages. You provide a place to discover your acts. Kind of racist.
I'm not gonna lie, him picking up the font right there really threw me off. This is the first time I've ever seen them really mess with the font or the text, of the lyrics. Most of the time, I don't think they've ever touched it, so that honestly threw me off. And then it goes along with what he was saying. He was saying right here, making brilliant innovations, and picking up that font was a huge innovation to me. Never seen that shit before. But in a race against the dark ages, I don't know if that's going along with him, with the natural electricity type power when it comes to the cars, preserving the earth for the dark ages, referencing, preserving earth. I don't know if that's the reference, and I'm thinking that's it. And then he says, you made a place where you discover your aunt's kind of racist. People with their weird Facebook past. We all have weird shit in our Facebook, or not weird, but like stuff that's interesting. Like my Facebook, I had Facebook when I was in like a freshman in high school, maybe even like middle school. Because I got on Facebook when I was like 14, 15. I'm 24 now, so like 10 years ago. And I looked at it recently, and I didn't say anything like crazy racist or anything, but I said some cringy ass shit for, but that's how you think about everything when you're a kid.
Innovations in a race against the dark ages. You provide a place to discover
and
your
MySpace
acts.
too.
Racist. Got called to Senate. Data hack. Yeah, it's so robotic. Star Trek's like, we need Lieutenant Data Hack. Tony Stark with a James Bond.
Lieutenant Commander Data, man with the whole. I'm guessing that's a reference to Lieutenant. Of course, it's Lieutenant Commander Data, but his whole pale face and Mark Zuckerberg's, pale ginger, and his like Lieutenant Commander Data was kind of abnormal, and Mark Zuckerberg's a little Mark normal or abnormal, and then the whole
so robotic Star Trek's like, we need.
Where are we right here? The whole data hack thing with the scandal going on with the misuse of information, but the data hack. Wait, I didn't notice that was Lloyd. Lloyd, you. This is a good image right here. Lloyd in man mode and Lloyd in woman mode.
Data hack. Acted so robotic, Star Trek's like, we need Lieutenant
Lloyd looking kind of cute.
With a James Bond sprinkle toss in. And I've been flossing since you double crossed the Winklevoss twins.
The Winklevoss twins. Man, that's a long time ago. So the whole, not even that long ago, but I remember the Connect You, which is a kind of like a social platform. Mark Zuckerberg went with the Winklevoss twins and kind of set up, and he left that group. It made Facebook, and the twins actually sued Mark Zuckerberg, and they settled for it. I think it was like $65 million or something like that. It was a pretty crazy amount to us, but really, Facebook at the time was a pretty big company, so $65 million wasn't really much. But yeah, so that's some crazy shit. I forgot about that. And then the whole, he's kind of talking about how Zuckerberg's the nerd, why he's the cool guy, the Tony Stark, with the cool gadgets like the flamethrower and things like that.
With a James Bond sprinkle toss in. And I've been flossing since you double crossed the Winklevoss twins.
Was a lieutenant commander to start.
Yep.
I wouldn't expect you to understand an org chart. Here's mine. I'm at the top boss, and I'm spitting fire like I'm hot sauce.
He looks so goofy. He makes a better Mark Zuckerberg than Mark Zuckerberg. But yeah, so like I said, he was Lieutenant Commander Data, but the whole he flips it on him and says, yeah. He's a commander, which you messed up, but you wouldn't know how a company works. Your company you're an inept when it comes to the company standpoint, how it works, which is interesting because, he's on top of his company, Mark Zuckerberg. Well, I don't know if at this time, this is 2018. Is this where Elon Musk had to step down as chairman? So yeah, he had to step down as chairman. He's still CEO, but yeah, very interesting.
You to understand an org chart. See, here's mine. I'm at the top boss. And
Big boy.
I'm spitting fire like I'm hot sauce. You can't sneak up on Zuck. I don't even fucking blink.
Oculus in the background.
What you think?
Knowing what you think because of the whole scandal, the Information Inc. Incorporated. Facebook is an incorporated company or a corporate company in the sense, and I do like how he's like gazed upon me with these abnormal Zuckerberg looks, not blinking, and the Oculus in the background because Facebook did have a heavy hand in that.
Fucking blink. I'm the CEO and knowing what you think. Hey, I've been looking up your family. It can start. My God.
Oh no.
Clean your daddy's laundry with apartheid. Watch me. I can.
That's rough. That's a rough bar right there. With the did he say apartheid pods? Apartheid pods? Oh my god. He's referencing how Elon's dad, I can't remember his dad's name, had a hand and profited from the apartheid company, or it wasn't really a company. What was it, like an organization type thing? Where it set up segregation within South Africa and things like that. And Elon's dad profited from it. So, that's the whole weird history. And there's a lot of other things with Elon's dad. But I don't really know all too much when it comes to the whole ordeals with that. And, I did like the double with that. It gets dark because, people's history gets dark on Facebook. But couldn't clean your daddy's laundry, his dirty laundry, with apartheid pods, which is a reference, like I said before. But that plan was great. Very well written.
Couldn't clean your daddy's laundry with apartheid. Watch me. Oculus, Instagram, WhatsApp. I'm cleaning up like a wet now. I drive around in a hatchback. Beep, beep.
That is true.
Story like Snapchat.
Ooh! Okay, so he's referencing all the companies he owns: Instagram, Oculus, WhatsApp, and then I'll end your story like Snapchat, Snapchat story, and Ghost. The ad libs the Ghost where you could ghost someone, not respond to them. But I really like this whole little line right here. I drive around in a hatchback. It's funny. Mark Zuckerberg's one of the richest people in the world, and he drives around in like a little car. He has a couple cars, but they're all they're not big expensive cars. They're all like modest cars, which is kind of funny. So he's driving. I drive around a hatchback, and it goes beep beep. I like his little ad libs.
Beep beep. I like your story like Snapchat. Elon, you're nothing but an attention-seeking outcast, and your star is faded like you on a podcast. Don't
Oh my. I wasn't expecting the whole meme and how he comes up in the smoke in the background. So yeah, a dope smoking with Joe Rogan. What's funny is I'm a big stock investor and things like that. I do invest in stocks, and it's crazy how so many people overreacted when they saw Mark Zuckerberg smoke on this podcast. There's other things going on, but for the most part, the stock dropped just because Elon Musk had fun on a podcast. That's how it works. But it is what it is, which I thought was hella ridiculous. But your star is fading like you on a podcast. That was funny. I like that. But you're an attention-seeking outcast, which is very interesting. I actually kind of like Elon as a person. People can definitely disagree, but I think it's cool how interactive he is, and he's very abnormal for these typical people on these social media sites that have millions or billions of dollars. They're pretty all of them are kind of straightforward. They tweet about certain things or company, things like that. But Elon Musk is very he seems like he's very, what's the word for it, cultured. He tweets about anime, games, and things like that. So it could come off as attention-seeking outcast. But at the end of the day, these people are people. And, some people are just, gonna like things like anime, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's no different from anyone else. I think it's kind of cool in the sense that, people are just as connected as they are. But, to others, it could be attention-seeking.
Snapchat. Elon, you're nothing but an attention-seeking outcast, and your star is faded, like you.
Okay, all right, come in.
Smoking with Joe Rogan don't slow motion my pace, man. When I'm conquering my space, it's actual space, man.
Okay, that was hard. That was hard right there. The whole that scheme, the rhyme scheme, dope smoking with Joe Rogan, don't slow my pace, man. You know, he's saying, you know, the stock and, you know, he could be referencing, of course, when you smoke. Smoking kind of makes you a little bit more sluggish when it comes to weed and certain drugs. But, you know, it doesn't slow me. But that mishap in the stock market, you know, like most of the time in the stock market, stocks do drop and they bounce back up. That's just the nature of the beast. So, you know, that doesn't slow me either. You know, nothing really phases me. But when I'm conquering my space, it's actually space, man. Rest in peace to homie Tom. If you guys been on MySpace, you know about the homie Tom. Shout out to him. But that was cool, you know, because Elon Musk actually has sent things to space. So that was really cool. SpaceX and all that.
Smoking with Joe Rogan don't slow motion my pace, man. When
His
I'm conquering
face, the
my
meme.
space, it's actual space, man. I got a loan from the White House. Boom! Sent that shit straight to the moon. Now I'm taking mankind to Mars, but for your kind, man, I ain't got room.
That's how he's referencing, you know, Zuckerberg being like a little bit of an alien type person, his abnormalness. You know, these characters are both very abnormal. But you know, it's funny he brings it up because I got a loan from the White House. A lot of people didn't like that. It was very controversial due to the fact that people kind of in the recent years haven't really liked NASA. When it comes to space programs, things like that, but definitely didn't like giving it to a company. You know, NASA is a government organization, while Tesla is a privately owned company. So giving a government loan to a privately owned company was kind of, you know, wasn't liked upon by many people. But I like how he says, I got a loan from the government and sent that money straight to the moon, because he did. He definitely sent that shit to the moon, which was the goal. That's pretty funny.
Boom! Sent that shit straight to the moon. Now I'm taking mankind to Mars, but for your kind, man, I ain't got room. Your platform only launches depression. Put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection.
Okay.
You claim to be some kind of saint, but you ain't. Why don't you lean in and face mash my musky Dutch taint?
Oh my god. That was a hard line right there. That was probably the hardest line so far. Just deep line. So he says, you claim to be some kind of saint, because Zuckerberg does do a lot for donating and things like that. But, you know, why don't you lean in and face mash? So the reference here is Lean In was a book that someone that left Facebook wrote about women empowerment within working, you know, trying to empower women. And face mask, so the face mask reference is was he in college? I don't know if he was in high school or college when he did it. Zuckerberg made a site or a program that it was kind of like Tinder. No, it wasn't like Tinder because it wasn't dating. It was like you would kind of rate women on this website, which is, you know, could be frowned upon from people, but, you know, he's saying you're not a saint, and so he's referencing the Lean In, which is the woman empowerment. But rating women, is that really that, you know, that's not empowering women. So that whole contradiction there, I really like that. That was really cool. And he referenced some cool shit right here. Alpha no friends. That's pretty funny. But your platform only launches depression, you know, which is Facebook. You know, social media can can give people depression depending on how you take it, which is, you know, different for everyone. But platform, which is, you know, where you launch a rocket or a missile at. So your platform launched. So while his platform is launching something else, which is Elon Musk. That was really cool. I like that.
Your platform only launches depression. Who put the elf with no friends in charge of human connection? Hey, you claim to be some kind of saint, but you ain't. Why don't you lean in and face mash my musky Dutch taint? I'm destined to rep Earth. You sold us out for some net worth. Your site's got so many Russian bots, they should call it the social network.
Bots, I know it.
That was hard. That was hard. That was hard. That was a nice line right there. I'll give him that. He's called the network, because Facebook did have a bot problem. I think that's a lot of sites, but Facebook got destroyed for it, and there was definitely some meddling going on when it came to the Russian bots and certain affairs around the United States. So very interesting how he brings that up, and he should have called it the network, which is the social no work, which means it doesn't really function. I like that. That was pretty hard. I like that.
Worse, your site's got so many Russian bots, they should call it the social network.
Ooh, bots. I know AI gets you tweeting. I read
Yeah.
your feed while eating toast from Robot Morgan Freeman. You need to start sleeping.
Okay, this one isn't really a hard diss per se, but it's kind of funny. So you saying, I know AI really gets you tweeting. Elon Musk has a very big fear of AI. Like, he thinks AI is terrifying within itself. And what you believe in, you may agree with him. Reading your feed while eating toast with Robot Morgan Freeman, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook has kind of set up Jarvis, or it's not Jarvis. If you guys ever watch Iron Man or something like that, Jarvis, the AI that Iron Man has, something like that. And it's voiced by Morgan Freeman. So it's very funny. He's saying, I have your worst nightmare right here.
Read your feed while eating toast from Robot Morgan Freeman. You need to start sleeping. We can all see you're tired. You're about to be CEO. Shit, he got fired. You got all these companies, but they're incomplete. I've got one and I fold money. Incomplete. Self-driving truck.
That was hard. I'll give you that. So at the beginning, he references you need to sleep. We can all see you're tired. It's been said that Elon Musk, is a pretty big work guy. He spent a lot of his time at work. He even sleeps at work sometimes. He's just a big hard worker when it comes to Tesla in his companies. But, CEO Shitty got fired because he had to step down from chairman. And there was a lot of craziness going on. They said he was misleading investors and things like that. But you got all these companies incomplete. You could definitely say that these companies are incomplete in a sense. Maybe, at the time, I think a lot of them, like Tesla, has been a lot, since this videos came out, Tesla's done a lot better. SpaceX for sure. But all these companies struggled at some point. And the interesting part is where he says that I got one, I fold money, incomplete. So he says he's got that income, but pleading money is when you fold it. It's kind of like origami. So you're folding money. He says, I got so much money, I had to fold it. Which is, I like that. Okay.
To be CEO. Shit, he got fired. You got all these companies, but they're incomplete. I've got one and I fold money. Incomplete. Set your self-driving truck to haul your ass home. Cause this battle's like PayPal. You got
So the reference there, eBay bought PayPal. Very cool. I like that battle was. A lot of these battles I take a little bit more seriously, but this one was just hella goofy. Who do I think won? I think Mark Zuckerberg won. It's close. This is a close one. I'm gonna go with Mark Zuckerberg due to the fact that I feel like Mark Zuckerberg hit Elon more personally with the dad references and referencing his how scared he is and his personal his whole sleepiness type thing. And, Elon did make the shots at Mark Zuckerberg that he is, he's, what's the word? He's abnormal, but, that's not new. We all know he's hella abnormal. So I think I'm going to go with Mark Zuckerberg here, but it was just a goofy battle. Leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time.
Always bother me, they wondering how much I make. So I tell them not enough, cause I know that there's more to take. Moving like a Zangoose, about that action every day. Y'all move like a viper, I guess that they gotta hate. They be saying dumb shit like Tito, you do the most. We don't care about the shows and we tired of every post.